Hi Kerry, and well done for coming second in the competition. This is for a 10-minute video reading. I know you put down that you wanted to know around love and money. So what I'm going to do is going to meditate for a while, and I'm going to just shuffle the cards. I'm actually in a cafe upstairs. It's fairly quiet. You may pick up a bit of background noise. I've got headphones on because I can listen to some spiritual music while I do your reading. It sometimes helps me to focus a bit better. Just shuffling now. What I'll do is I'll take 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's maybe a game of two halves here. Okay, I will show you each card as I go through it. But first of all, we've got the Nine of Swords. Okay, which can show that you have been experiencing like a very sort of dark time. It can show you having like frustrations. It can show kind of heartache. It can show you kind of being up late at night. Okay. I just feel this. I mean, it can talk about like a dark time or depression that you went through. But I just feel in regards to something which went on in the past. Okay, but the card is quite positive in the sense that it kind of shows like a letting go, kind of sort of tears, if you like. So there's a sense of moving forward. Once and for all, if you like, because we've got the Ten of Swords here, which shows, if you like, the end of a relationship or the end of a situation. It's like something was there kind of one day and then the next day it was gone. Okay, but I'm also getting final nail in the coffin. You know, in a sense, everything was tried to make things work, but something happened, and that was it. There's a feeling that enough chances were given. Okay, I mean, there's still an element now of you kind of holding on to things, and that's shown by the Four of Pentacles. I mean, in another sense, it can show more money coming your way as well. So I'll just say that, because it could be that you're working towards something, and the sense of bringing something in. But on another level, it talks about holding in things. Okay, you've been very hurt in the past, and kind of not showing your cards kind of too soon, if you like. Okay, I mean, you may get some interest from around you. But it's a sense of like being gradual. If they're not interested, then if they're not serious, then they'll just disappear, won't they? It's a bit like like a test, if you like. Okay, but if they kind of keep on, not too much though, and it's a sense to let them in a bit more, and then it's kind of sort of gradual process. I do feel something around you, and I do feel something a bit more stable for you coming up, and that's shown by the Knight of Pentacles. This card here. Okay, so it can show someone coming into your life who will give you the kind of stability which you kind of need and which you want. Okay, but there's a sense, still the need to kind of sort of test as you go along, and not to let anybody in too soon, because otherwise you could lose respect, and also it's like sort of time wasters and them just wanting one thing. Okay, where I know I can feel that you want something a bit more long term than sort of a one night stand or friends with benefits or something. You want something a bit more kind of sort of committed. Okay, and that's the kind of way which is going. As far as money goes, money doesn't just, I mean, I was going to say it doesn't grow on trees, but it does, because money's made out of paper. But what I mean to say is that it doesn't kind of just drop from the sky. Okay, you need to make effort to actually get it. Very often the effort doesn't have to be a great deal. It could be something like putting out your intentions and your worries over to the universe or to the angels, which in turn will offer you guidance, and it will open up opportunities for you then to kind of act on it. It does work. I do it all the time, and things. In fact, the more and more you do it, I mean, you might be doing it yourself now, and then you'll notice that more and more signs, and you start to see more and more things open up for you, and it kind of clears the mind as well. Okay, and there's also a sense, it is good to hold on to things sometimes. I know people say you need to share things, but on what level? Do you know what I mean? I mean, yeah, there will be times if you're going through some kind of grief or some kind of breakup or something. Yeah, of course you're going to need to talk to people. But if he hasn't phoned you for a day, or it's very good to try and internalize that and hold on to that, because by doing that you'll process it yourself and you'll become stronger. Of course, if things get a little bit too much and you find you've got to say something, then why not, put it out to the universe or like to the angels or something, and then and then as I say, they'll offer you the guidance and create openings and give you answers and solutions to things. Okay, but it certainly does talk about more money coming your way. It may be, I always say less work, more money, because the more efficient you become, the quicker you can do things. Okay, so it is really a case of less work, more money. Rather than thinking the other way around. Okay, it's a matter of becoming more efficient, not letting things build up. Okay, not putting things off. But at the other end of the scale, it's not always a good thing to be like a perfectionist, because you're never going to get everything done. But at the end of the day, if you can look at a mountain, or you can look at like a small hill, then the small hill's fine, nothing wrong with that. You can just carry it over to the next day. You know what I mean? There's always going to be little bits and pieces you can't do, but at the same time, you shouldn't try and put things off all the time, because it can have it can weigh you down. It makes you tired, you lose energy, and you just spend more time worrying about things rather than actually sort of doing things. The last two cards are beautiful. Okay, certainly the Sun card. We've got the Sun card and the World card. The Sun card is by far the best card in the pack. It can talk about marriage coming up, it can talk about bright happenings, bright prospects. So really it's just a sense of you moving into a stage. It's numbered 19, which breaks down to a 10, which breaks down to a 1, which is about sort of new beginnings. Okay, so it gives a strong sense of new beginnings for you, happier times. You can talk about marriage, getting close to someone. Okay, and the World card, again, the World card is very much, if you like, it's the final major arcana card, which talks about the end of one phase and the beginning of a new one for you. It can be a choice. You can choose having the world in your hands, where you attract what you want into your life, or you can have it on your shoulders, where you push things away. Okay, but the way the cards are looking is a sense of becoming more tighter. Because sometimes if you're wasteful, then you spend too much or give too much away, whether feelings or material possessions or money. It can have a negative effect. It's like the more you hold on to things, the more you're going to attract, and that's the kind of law of the universe, if you like. And that's why sometimes they say that rich people are sort of very tight, and sometimes they say the bastards get the women or whatever, because they're kind of tight with their feelings, and that has the effect of attracting what they want. So the more you can hold on to something, the more you're going to kind of sort of attract into your life. Okay, I'll just take a few more cards here just to finish off. I'll give them a good shuffle, because sometimes you get the same cards come out. Right, let's do 1, 2, 3. That's interesting. Okay, we've got the Death card, 6 of Cups, 3 of Wands. Death card is very much in the past position, nothing to worry about. It can talk about a loss in the past, but it talks about the end of a situation as well, or the end of a relationship. It's a sense of moving on, burning dead wood, so that you can clear a way forward. Okay, it's very much about new beginnings. It's a very positive card, in that respect. The 6 of Cups, the next card, is very much about being a gift from the universe. So again, it's very much about being in touch with the angels or the universe, putting across your worries, your intentions, and then them offering you sort of guidance, and then opening things up for you. Okay, which you can then act on. But it's also about something about being a gift from the universe, something you've been asking for around perhaps relationships. I've been asking for that sort of special person, and there's a sense of, he's on his way. You got to be ready. Okay, and then he's got to be ready. It's no good saying one day you want someone and the next day you want to go and have fun or something. There's a kind of contradiction there. Okay, so it's very important to actually stay focused on that, because I get a lot of people come through to me saying, they want someone in their life, but it's only at that time. A few hours later they may be out partying, and they may not be focused. There's kind of changes, so they're not really ready, even though you may be ready at that point, or you think you are. You need to be ready all the time, and then you'll find someone else who is ready, and then it's like someone over there wanting someone like you wanting someone like them. You may not have even met, but you're kind of putting out the same kind of thoughts, and then of course your paths will cross. The 3 of Wands can talk about getting to the end of one stage, beginning of a new one. So there's a sense of things opening up for you. It's very much about sea of opportunity, ships coming in. So it talks very much about new experiences, new people, moving to new places. It can also talk about travel for you as well. Okay, thank you.